Before I begin this lesson, what you've done to Final Cut Pro before you entered this lesson will determine what you see now. And let me explain that. If you closed Final Cut Pro down, which is fine, and then you reopened it up, that's okay. But if you didn't, if you just jumped right into the next lesson, you're probably going to see the transform option still available right there, and you're going to see a Done button up here. If you closed the program and reopened it, Final Cut Pro is smart enough to assume you wanted to kind of solidify that arrangement, if you will. If we click Done up here, it will be done for us. But the good news is non-destructive. We can come over here and turn that off. Start all over again. So if you closed it and reopened it, you won't have to do that. If you left it open because you weren't sure if you were ready to do the transform, then you click the Done button, you're ready to move on. We need a video in here. I'm thinking, since we're talking about the world population, we got a clock going, maybe a busy, crowded kind of street that eventually will add some construction sounds and sirens and things like that. And we do have one of those, I do believe, right here. Now we can play it, you can see it. Kind of a busy section of Manhattan in New York. Let's go ahead and drag it down. And there you go. Now let's see what it looks like the way it is. I'll start right about here. Let's go ahead and go into here. Okay, a hard cut, which is energy. Let's go ahead and press escape to get out of that. But I'm thinking of something else here too. Number one, it's too long, so let's handle that first. Let's go ahead and select it down here and double click up here. And it's 14, that's way, way too long. So let's go ahead and make that 7 seconds. Just like that. So we've got that down to 7. Now I'm also thinking, because we're going to put something else in there after this one, but I'm thinking sometimes lack of movement can attract people as opposed to movement. I want to show you how you do something called a freeze frame. So let's take our playhead and put it right at the beginning of that clip. It'll snap. Then go up to the word Edit on the pull-down menu and go down to Add Freeze Frame and watch what it does. By default, it adds a 4-second freeze frame right here. Now, I don't want it 4. I want it about 3. So that gives me 7 and 3. That's 10 seconds. So I'm going to double-click up here and change that to 3. 3, 0, 0. Return. Everything ripple edits. Everything is nice. Let's see what we have now. Come up here. Okay. Freeze. Boom. Now the music in that's really going to help too. But that lack of movement sometimes, because people expect movement, is a great way to get attention. And let's do one more thing. We have put a freeze frame right at the beginning right here. How about doing something else like making it in grayscale and then popping it into color? Let's go into our effects right here. And there's the black and white effect. If you don't see it, just scroll. You'll find it. Drag it over by clicking. Make sure you get it on this one. And let go. Now let's see what we got now. 5 seconds a clock. Boom. I like that. Let's go ahead and press the space bar and press escape to get back out. Creating freeze frames, in many cases, can attract just as much as action can, because you're expecting one thing, we give you another. It draws our curiosity, and it keeps your eyes on the spot. And that's what we have to do.